What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And guys, today we're talking about Revlon. Now, most guys have heard of Revlon. We don't use it, at least those of us who are heterosexual. Revlon is a very, very powerful company with women. As far as cosmetics and skincare fragrance, they've been around since the 1930s. I can remember as a little boy, I used to see the Revlon commercials. And many models would love to be associated with Revlon. And, for that, I salute them. They bring in about $2.3 billion a year or more. And, let's just be honest. Revlon has been always known as a company that catered to whites, all right? White models. And to be honest, the lack of diversity amongst black women has been noted, okay? And so now in 2020, with what has happened with, George Floyd, and, what has happened with, what's going on with the Karen situation in the States, and a lot of the white liberals feeling sorry for blacks, and the NBA wanting to give money, and the NFL, the NBA bubble, the Black Lives Matter, you can put the names on your jerseys. It's a real pity party for black people. All right, let's just be honest. It's what it is. So much so that now what we are actually seeing is Revlon is getting into the mix of the pity party towards black women. Okay? Now, let's talk again about Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Megan Thee Stallion, for me, I don't have any, personal issues with her. She's a product of her environment, product of her home. And unfortunately, African Americans, some of us, come up like that. Doesn't give you an excuse to market yourself like that. But it can happen. And with that being said, Megan Thee Stallion pretty much puts out every negative stereotype about black women, about black people. If you look at Megan Thee Stallion, look at what she raps about, it's a shame. It's a crying shame. I'm sorry. I don't care if we're in a liberal agenda, if we're talking about, women have more rights today, they can express themselves more. It's a shame. All right? And that type of woman that Megan Thee Stallion portrays in her music is what keeps a lot of black women negatively stereotyped. Even though most black women are not like Megan Thee Stallion, it is really a bad image. But because Megan Thee Stallion also makes very bad decisions, puts herself in harm's way, gets shot by a guy that she knows that was carrying a gun, and she creates a whole bad situation for herself by dealing with an idiot, Revlon decides to reward her with bad behavior by making her a spokesperson of the brand. And people are celebrating this because, I guess the pity party was, she's a brand ambassador. And, nobody sticks up for black women and all of this. And even though Megan Thee Stallion caused her own problems. So Revlon says, you know what? We're going to reward you because you got shot in the foot by somebody that was crazy that you decided to deal with. So we're going to make you the brand ambassador. And do you know what this does? It adds on to more entitlement to women. And what it says for women out there that want to do the right thing. I got an email from a sister the other day, and I won't discuss it, but it was really touching, okay? Women who want to, find a nice guy, find a great guy, do things that they see, the traditional white women doing, the Asian women doing, even African women doing in America. You know what our women are going to say? They're going to say, you know what? I can be like Megan Thee Stallion and I can be rewarded. I can gain brand ambassadorships by doing nothing, by getting myself into trouble, and I will be rewarded. But see, Revlon doesn't care about the black community. Revlon doesn't care about Megan Thee Stallion. Revlon is trying to make themselves viable, because their brand is changing. They want to get into this hip hop and bag industry too. They want that black dollar too. But do you know what it does? It's gonna make more sisters out there unaccountable for bad decisions. And rewarding bad behavior is something that our people just don't need. It doesn't help them. If this was a black man and the same situation happened and he was rewarded with a Nike contract, it's rewarding bad behavior, because that's not what helps black men. Okay? It's going to keep a lot of black women single. A lot of them without husbands. And while you can become a brand ambassador, but when Megan Thee Stallion reaches 35, guess what? And when she wants to get married to somebody, nobody's going to marry her. Not of any consequence, because look at the image she puts out. Look at the image she puts out. But nobody cares enough to notice this. Because you know what? We live in a very copycat culture in black America. Even in Africa, what people see group of people that are doing that successful, everybody wants to do it. That's why a lot of brothers are trying to do what? Play basketball and rap. Unfortunately, very few people can do that good. There are very few Megan Thee Stallions in the world. But yet what we're going to do is we're going to see some sisters like, oh, well, let me deal with such and such so I can get messed up. And somebody will feel sorry for me and I get the bag. Well, what happens if you meet the right guy and he don't just shoot you in the foot? He shoots you somewhere else and you don't come back. What happens with that? And I think we gotta love our people enough to tell them the truth. Hey, you don't make these mistakes. Other groups will reward you because they don't care if you look stupid. They don't care if you're making a bad decision. They don't care. Secretly, to be making fun of Megan Thee Stallion. And in their office, it's like, oh, they think we're really that we really like her. She's an idiot. I'm telling you how they'll talk about her. They'll elevate you to make themselves look good. They don't care anything about her. I bet you the Revlon's daughters and their kids, Charles Revlon's and children, they will never behave like Megan Thee Stallion will. Never. They will kick him out of the family. You will not go out here embarrassing the Revlon family name like that. But they'll let you do it. They'll let you make a fool out of yourself. Sure. Because they don't take you serious. And guys, I just wanted to weigh in on it. Guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. With another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Subscribe. Hit the bell. And guys, I really thank you for all that you're doing. Subscribe. Hit the bell on the channel. Check out the first comment at the top. All my information is there. My email. Check out my Patreon. My Black Men in Perfect t-shirts. And guys, I really thank you for all that you do. As you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.